All right, so to summarize our Who Stopped the Play part of this bunch series, we wanted to make sure everybody understands where we are. We wanted to run buck sweep, jet sweep. That was the base play. We're in these bunch looks to give us a good flank. And now, what stopped the play? So if the DN stopped the play, we were going to run power read or counter read. And the quarterback was probably going to keep it there because that stopped the play. It also could just be a good play for you if you like it, but in that case, the quarterback would be a problem. If this guy was a problem, we were going to read him. If this guy was a problem, we were going to read him. We say, well, what about these guys? Well, if the backside guys are a problem, because we're running it this way, if the backside guys are a problem, then counter's going to help on that. Your play action pass, your bootleg or whatever's going to help on that. We can come to some of that in a minute. But the people this guy should not really be a problem on stopping the run play. If he is, then he's cheating in. And, he'll end up being like a roll safety. The same thing will happen with the safety. We should be able to help with him. The outside backer cheating and going is really hard to do out of bunch, and that's why we like this. The reason I like this set was the only time this guy stopped the play was when he just whipped us. Our technique was just bad. That's not what we're talking about right now. That's a whole nother discussion on technique and angles and where eyes and where you need to be, or if he was just a better player than us and we needed a better player. This guy didn't cheat. There was nowhere to cheat to. When we spread these guys out outside a bunch, we did have an outside. We had to have something to attack the flank. But you could conceivably, if he shot in, you could have it like a flow pass, a roll pass where you fake this way and threw into the flats or through a kind of a flag concept or something where this guy disappears and you could high-low out there. That's what we would do. But I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that because I'm telling you we didn't see that much. But the play that was so great for us out of this, when this jet and buck sweep was working, people tried to involve the secondary, which was smart on their part. So they're going to get action. This guy's coming. Okay? That guy would make the tackle sometimes. So we block everybody. We get them all. We do a great job blocking down. We'd actually make this block here. We get to the backside backer. We pull in here and kick, get a great kick out here. We get a seal right there, and the safety come in and make the dang tackle. That happened all the time. But when that happened, we had it. Because buck sweep by itself, great play. We have probably averaged 7 or 8 yards of play for 10 years. It's a great play. 7, 8 yards of play is awesome. But when you hit the home runs now, averaging a lot more than 7 yards of play. So what we would do is, if the safety rolled the alley, we were going to call play action. There was 2 types of play actions we would run: verticals and keep passes. If we ran verticals, we were going to have to spread out of the bunches. So what we would do is run the Y on basically the old school Y cross under Sam, who's there, over Mike, and cross the field. We got motion here. This guy's going to run a go. And if you saw our 5 vertical stuff, he's kind of the check down of sort. If he's got leverage, if we look for something wide open, we don't like it, we're going back over here to this outside go. The Z's going to run vertical. He's going to push vertical, try to get down the hash. If we were in the middle of the field, that would be about where the hash is. The wing is going to run a wheel down the numbers, and the ball should drift him outside the numbers. I cannot tell you the number of times when we came in motion, flashed there, that there and maybe there were all wide open. If for some reason they're not, we could throw the go, but always open. You got the corners, the backers, the safeties, eyes of the places. Go. And if you're able to do this whole block down thing and seal there, like our base running game was to try to seal with the Y and arc with the wing because it made it look like this on the pass too. Now you gotta take care of this and block it first. So however you gotta block it, however works for you has gotta work. But if it can look like your play action, that's even better. Now, the only thing we might have done a little different was sometimes we would tag this to run this same concept but we might put it with a post backside. And that backside post was usually also open because we get the safety occupied right here and we just throw over the top of them. Both of those were really, really, really good plays. I know we could talk for hours just about that play. Great play. If you got questions about it, feel free to reach out and I'll explain further.